Hey, how's everybody doing? This is Matt with Optimal Fitness, and today we are going to talk about simple tips to help you diet better. Uh, I don't like the word diet, but I'm going to use it here. Um, so the first one is going to be slow down. When you're eating, take your time. The pace at which you eat influences how much you will eat. It takes about 20 minutes for your brain to realize that it's full. Studies have confirmed this. Um, Eating slowly is also linked to more thorough chewing, which has been linked to better weight maintenance. Therefore, simple tip, eat more slow. Number two, when it comes to grocery shopping, don't shop without a list. How many of us have gone into the grocery store hungry? It's the worst thing you can do. You're going to get all sorts of snacks, cookies, ice cream, stuff like that. I know it kind of seems common sense, but when it comes to eating healthier and living a better lifestyle, planning, I would say, is the number one factor in success. Number three, increase your protein intake. Anybody that's worked with me has heard me say this a million times. Increase your protein, increase your fiber. Those are the two things that will fill you up for the least amount of calories. Protein's often referred to as the king of nutrients, and it does seem to have some superpowers. It helps you maintain muscle mass, which every lady I've talked to always wants to lose weight and tone up. Um, good sources of protein include dairy, nuts, peanut butter, eggs, beans, lean meat. So, more protein. I can't stress that enough. The next tip is drink more water. Many studies have shown that drinking water um, decreases the number of calories that you will eat throughout the day. Um, if you have ever kind of tried to um, curb your hunger by drinking a glass of water, you'll find that most of the time it works pretty well. Um, a study has found that people that drink more water, on average, consume about 200 less calories throughout the day. Thought that was pretty interesting. Next tip, eat more at home. Make your own meals. Number one, you're going to know what's going into your food because you're making it. So you won't have all these hidden fats, oils, stuff like that when you go out to eat. And you will know exactly, not exactly, but a rough estimate of the calories that you are taking in. Try to aim for one healthy recipe a week. That's a good start. I actually might start doing that. Next tip, eat your fruits instead of drinking them. Fruits have gotten a bad rap lately. Um, you know, everybody's saying, oh, you can't even eat fruit now. No, that's not the case. Some of it is high in sugar, uh, but when you think of the other alternatives, fruit is good for you. Another thing you should really keep in mind is that you don't necessarily always want to drink your calories. Once again, this just has to do with how your brain functions. Um, Chewing, stuff like that will, in your head, make you more full. Studies have repeatedly linked eating fruit to a reduced risk of several diseases, obviously, because they contain a decent amount of vitamins, all that stuff. If you're going to go with fruit, berries tend to be some of the best out there. Raspberries being the highest fruit um, has the most fiber. So really look out for that. Once again, don't just put your fruit into a blender and puree the crap out of it. Try eating them as, picking them from a bowl, something like that. Next tip, this one is very important. Stay away from so-called diet foods. They're usually, they're labeled fat-free, low-fat, fat-reduced, or low-calorie. Not only are they usually other chemicals substituted, which can even make you more hungry, but in our heads, we think that we can eat more of it just because it's low fat, which tends, on average, for us to actually eat more calories than we usually would. Next tip, get a good night's sleep. The reason people have such a hard time losing weight is because of the significant lifestyle changes that you have to make in order to lose weight and keep it off. Everything is tied together. It's not just about food. It's about sleep. It's about activity. It's about willpower. It's about less stress. All of that stuff. Sleep deprivation disrupts appetite regulation. It often leads to an increased appetite, which obviously results in increased caloric intake and weight gain. In fact, people who sleep too little tend to weigh significantly more than those who get enough sleep. It's not just a coincidence. There are many factors that that contribute to this. Another thing I want to state is late night eating. Late night eating alone does not cause you to gain weight. But on average, people who eat more late at night are heavier than those that don't. Why is this? It's because of habits. Those people tend to have worse eating habits. It has nothing to do with the time of day that you are eating. For the last tip, I recommend overall just being more active. Good nutrition and exercise go hand in hand. Exercise improves your mood, decreases depression, anxiety, and stress, which we all know leads to binge eating and making worse decisions. And it helps build muscle, which burns more calories, not many more, but it will also increase your energy levels, which people tend to think is the opposite. If you were to move all day, you will actually have more energy the next day. So, those are my tips for now. I hope you got something out of this. This is my first podcast that I'm trying. Let me know what you guys think. What was useful, what wasn't, what I can improve on. And hopefully we can do more of these, because they seem to be a very easy way to get information across. Until then, thank you for listening.